Welcome back. In this video we are going to talk about another one of the most important concept of Unix, and the name of that concept is array. Array is a variable which can store multiple variables within it, and in this video we are going to learn about different ways of storing the data of an array and try to execute in a multiple scenarios. Okay, so let's start. To practice an array, what I will do, I will create a shell script. Now first thing first, to start an array you can declare a variable name. Like say you wanted to keep a variable name, so to declare a variable name what you have to do, you will write a command declare -a, and after that you can keep the variable name, and I wanted to keep the variable name is array name. Okay, like that. Now let's store some data inside here. Now you can see that there are three different data I have kept: 1023 in the variable name array name with an index 0, 1, 2. Now let's display it with the help of an echo command. Okay, now let's save, escape, colon, WQ, exclamation mark. Now we have to give the executable permission. The command for executable permission we already know: change mode chmod plus x. Executable permission given. Now let's execute. So our data, whatever we stored, it is presenting successfully. Now what I will do here, I'm going to comment second, first and second. Save again. See, now it is coming 10 because I am accessing only the 0 index data. Now this is one way we can store the data in array. We saw that 1022. There is another way also we can store the data. First of all, I will remove this comment, and here I can save the data also like this. See, and there is one other way that we can present the data. We can also remove this indexing, and without the indexing also we can try, then also it will work. Let's remove the indexing. Indexing removed. Now try again. Still it is working perfectly fine, not a problem. Now you can see one thing here, that every time I'm iterating the value with the index number 0, 1, 2. Now what if I wanted to see all the data in one shot? Then I don't need this echo command indexing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove all of it, and here instead of 0 I will use the @ symbol. Okay, now save it. See, 10, 20, 30. There is one more way to do that. Instead of @ here, I can use star. That also it will work. 10, 20, 30. It is working perfectly fine. Now let's see the different variations. Now we have seen with the help of a @ command inside indexing, we can access all the data, and in star command, through star command also we can access the data. Now what if I wanted to see the count, that how many variables stored inside the data? So it is we have seen that arrays start from the 0 indexing. So how we are going to do that? For that, first of all, what we will do, we will clear the screen, and here I can use I will add exclamation mark. That's it. Let's go out. 0 1 2. Now it is showing the indexing number, the count 0 1 2. Now instead of star we can also use that at here, that also it will work fine, perfectly. It will work perfectly fine. It is this one also, it will show the indexing. Now what about the length? If I wanted to see the total number of the array data stored on it, so for that what I have to do, I just have to use here, instead of exclamation, hash symbol. That's it. The total number of 3 data it has stored here. Now through that we can also use for loop here. How? Let's see. We have seen for loop in my previous video, how we are going to use that. So simply I will write for I in, and here dollar array name, and here inside at, or I can write star, do, and here echo $I. Done. I think that's it. Let's save it. WQ exclamation, saved it. Now let's run it. 10 20 30, perfectly fine. There is through count also I can do. How? If I will, through indexing number, if I will provide here exclamation mark, which will provide the indexing number. Now how I am going to do that? Echo dollar, and here again I am going to write array name indexing $I, let's execute the code again. See, in 0th indexing 10 is there, 1 indexing 20 is there, and 2 indexing 3 is there. Correct? So there are 2 ways we can see. We can also through that counting length with the help of a hash. How we can do? Let's see. First of all, what I will do, I'm going to remove all of this, and we can add different way of for loop. Here I'm going to initialize I equal to 0. After that, I less than length I have to give. There one variable I can length store hit here, that thing that will be better, length, and here I am going to access the count. We already seen how to access the count. For accessing the total count of the array store is we can use hash symbol, hash. After that, array name okay, so I got the length, and here length will be 3, and I have to iterate 3 times, right? So it will start indexing from 0, so 0 1 2, so I less than length. Let's save it and execute. Now you can see that it is iterating 3 times, 10 20 30, 10 20 30, 10 20 30. It should not iterate that much time, but maybe I did some mistake, that's why. Let's figure out what is the mistake I have done here. Okay, mistake I have done here, I have to give the index. Instead of that, I used at symbol, so I'm going to remove this one. Here I'm going to write $I. Now it will iterate one by one. Let's see. 10 20 30. So this is also one we can do that. Now we have seen the multiple ways to store an array and initialize an array. I've also seen that how we can see iterate an array in different ways and through loops. Okay, now what about delete an element, or if we want to delete an array one particular index, how we can do that? So let's go inside here. To delete an array, we just have to use unset command. If I will use unset command, and here I am going to write the which index I am going to delete, then it will work. For example, I want to delete a 10, so unset array name index number of 10, so it will be 0. Now I think it should work. Now you can see that 20, 30 is there, but 10 is not there because we have deleted the 10. Now if I will go inside, and what I will do here, I am going to delete last one, 2 indexing. Let's try to do that. Now it is only showing 10, 20, not 30. Okay, now what about adding an additional value? So first of all, I am going to remove this one unset. Now what about adding in values in an array? How can I do that? I will write simply array underscore name plus equal to, and here let's say I will going to add 60. That's it, done. Save it. It's run the code. 10, 20, 30, but it did not got added. Okay, I did a mistake maybe. So let's go inside, and this time what I will do, I will add in a closed, okay, a closed bracket. Now let's save it, try again. Okay, still it is showing nothing, but it should show something, correct? Why it is not showing anything? So okay, my mistake here, array spelling is only wrong, that's why it is not working properly. Let's try again one more time. 10, 20, 30, 60. That's how we are going to add. Now there is one more thing that we need to know. See, from the beginning I have used this declare -a array name, and after that we will store the data. But what if I will remove this one? I will pass it as a comment. Now let's see the data will execute or not properly. Let's try. Still it is executing even I have commented those data. So what does that mean? That means this declare -a array name is a completely optional. Even if I will remove this one and after that I will try to run the code will run perfectly fine. Okay, now up to that much we have learned. Okay, now what about negative value? Let's talk about negative value. For example, here I have mentioned some data here. Let's first of all remove this one. Yeah, now you can know that 10 is stored in index number 0, 20 is stored in index number 1, and 30 is stored in index number 2. Now if I will use the negative number, then it will present the data in a descending order. What does that mean? That means If I will keep as -1, then it will start as it will present it as a data 30, and if I will give -2, then it will present it 20, and if -3, then it will show 10. So if I'm using the negative, then it will present the data in a descending order format. Let's try that. So okay, -1 should be 30 because it starts from the negative, right? And here -2 will be 20, and okay, after that -3 will be 10. Let's see it is like that it is coming or not. -30, 20, 10, exactly the way we thought the data should come. Now to store the data in an associative array, we have to declare instead of small a, we can use capital A to store the data in associative array. So let's keep it the same name, array underscore name, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to store fruit 1, and here apple underscore 2. After that, here I'm orange, dollar. Now let's store the data. Now let's try to print the data. How I'm going to print? I'm going to use @ symbol at the indexing number. We have seen how it works, right? Array name, and here I'm going to write everything is done. Now let's save it and execute. Mango, orange, apple. Now we will learn about slice an array. How we are going to do that? For that, I'm going to create another shell script. Let's keep the shell script name practice array 1.sh, and here I'm going to store some value here. Okay, now let's display those value dollar array underscore name, and to display all the fields, what I have to do, I have to use the @ or star, right? Now let's save it. First thing first, now I have to give the executable permission, change mode +X, executable permission given. Now let's execute. So all the data that we have stored is displaying as an array. Now what if I wanted to display only 10 to 18 but not the remaining data? How are we going to do that? There are multiple ways to do that. We can use either a loop system or a different way. There is one way we're going to talk about it here, that is slice an array. To slice an array of two values only, first and second, what we are going to do, that we are going to write echo $array underscore name, and we have to write the @ symbol. Now in @ symbol, what I am going to do, after that we will give a colon, and here colon I am going to mention from what is the starting index of the value that you wanted to print. So I wanted to print from the first index, that is 0, and I wanted to reach up to 20, so the count is 2. So 10 and 20, so I'm going to write the total number of account that I wanted to display from the starting index. Now let's close it. Now let's save the data, execute. Now you can see that 10 and 20 is coming. Now what about, I wanted to display between 42, I wanted to reach up to 80, correct? So 3 will be the starting index, after that up to starting index, and up to I have to reach 80 number of values. So how much will be the count? Guess. So 3 plus 4, it is 7. So 80 index position is 7. So let's go inside, and here I am going to give starting index is 3, and here I am going total number of count I wanted to reach up to. So 7 minus 3, it is 5. It will reach up to 80. Now let's execute. Now it's reached from 40, it is the starting position, and it reached up to 80. So like that we can display or slice an array. So what will be the syntax? Syntax will be something like this: dollar, after that variable name, and after that at symbol. At symbol we already know to display all the values. Now here I am going to use colon, and here I am going to write the starting index. Index either can be anything. So if I wanted to index the value 0, then or 1, like that we can give. So okay, so for example 2, and how many count you want from the starting index to? From 3 count I want to display 2, 3, 4 values. So 3 count it is there. So I'm going to write 3 and close it. That's it. This is the syntax of slice an array, or to display an array of value to a particular specific position, Okay, now let's clear the screen. Now we are going to talk about patterns in array. For that I have already created one field. See, Rohan, Mohan, Sita, Geeta, Steve, Matthew. Now what if I wanted to see only those names which doesn't have G? Okay, so how I'm going to do that? For that, first of all, what I'm going to do? First of all, I'm going to store all this file name in a array variable. How I'm going to do that? For that, what I will do, I will write here array underscore name, and here I'm going to write dollar cat file name names dot text. Close this one. Now execute. Okay, now all the stored data got stored at array underscore name variable. How we are going to do? We will write array underscore name. Now you can see that all the names are displaying. Now what if I wanted to display all those names except the first word is G is there? I'm going to write star /star, and here I'm going to, let's say G here, and close this one. Now you can see that the first word name Geeta is there, that is removed. Now what about if I don't want the word small or capital M in the even any of the array name variables? For that, small m or capital M, it is removed. Now what if I wanted to replace the value? Replace the value means instead of m I wanted to print as n. So how I'm going to do that? So / after that here m, and that I wanted to replace with n. Now you can see that Mohan is replaced with Nohan. Same thing I am going to do. Mohan is replaced with Nohan, and it is Matthew is replaced with Matthew. Now same thing I can do with R also. Now you can see that Rohan became Nohan. So through that we have seen different ways of patterns in array, how we can exploit the array data as per our requirement with the help of arrays with pattern. So this is the end of the video, in which we have learned different ways to initialize an array, storing a data, and to exploit the data or manipulating a data as per our requirement. Now in the next video we are going to solve HackerRank programming challenges of arrays in Linux shell. Okay, so stay tuned and keep watching ADHYAN channel, and if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe and press the bell icon for the regular updates. Thank you.